Hi everyone. Today we are going to start new chapter, that is areas related to circles. Circle is not a new name for you and you are quite familiar with the word circles. You have also read the formula for finding circumference and area of the circle, and you have also come across various terminologies of circles. Let's discuss one by one them, and then we will be adding some more things to this chapter. So you have read about circle. First of all, let's come on the definition. So circle is a collection of all those points in a plane whose distance from a fixed point is constant. This fixed point is known as center of the circle, and this fixed distance is known as radius of the circle. This you have read. So you know that this radius is fixed distance and your center is fixed point. Now you have read about various terminologies, like you have read about circumference. Circumference is what? Circumference is just the perimeter. I can say it perimeter, but since it is a circular region, so we don't use the word perimeter, but instead we use circumference, and its formula is given by 2 pi r. That means C equal to 2 pi r. Secondly, you have read area of triangle, area of circle, and its formula is given by pi r square. Now come on to the terminologies. You have read about chord. So chord is a line which touches the circle at 2 points, touches the circumference at 2 points. So this is your chord, and you have also read that longest chord is diameter. Longest chord is diameter. In your previous chapter, you have also read secant. So secant is a line which intersect the circle at 2 points. You have also read about tangent. It is a line drawn through a point lying on the circumference of the circle. So if I want to denote all these terminologies, or if I want to draw a diagram of all these, then I can say it like this. If this is my circle, this is center, this is radius, this is your chord, I can say it chord. Infinite number of radius and infinite number of chords are possible. This is again your chord, but it is your diameter, which is also known as longest chord. If a line passes through the circle, this is known as secant, and if a line passes through a point which lies on the circumference of the circle, then it is tangent. Only one tangent is possible through a point. So these are the various terminologies which you have read in your previous chapter. Now let's take two more important terminologies, that is sector and segment, and let's define them. So children, if you want to define a sector, then a sector is a circular part of a circle which is made up of 2 radii and corresponding arc. This is your arc and these are 2 radius. Alright, so what is a sector? Sector is a circular part or just a part of the circle which is enclosed by 2 radii and corresponding arc. So this is your sector. This is smaller, that's why this is known as minor sector. Whereas this is also the area which is enclosed by two radii and an arc. But this arc is the bigger one, that's why we say it as major sector. Alright, when we talk about sector, we can also find out the area of this minor sector as well as the area of major sector. So if you want to find out area of sector, then the formula for it is theta by 360. Since I am dealing with area, so I will be writing here pi r square. Now what is this theta? This theta is the angle made by these two radii. So whatever theta will be given to you here, you are going to write it here and you are calculating the area of sector by this formula. So this is an important formula which you need to remember for this chapter. One more thing is there, children, which is known as segment. Now first of all, let's define segment. This is the part of the circular region, or I can say the part enclosed by chord and an arc. So this is the region enclosed by chord and arc. Yes, this is again the region which is enclosed by chord and an arc. Since this is smaller region, so this is known as minor segment and this is known as major segment. Since we are talking about here the arc, that's why we can find out length of the arc by the formula. Length of the arc will be equal to theta by 360. Length means the part of the circumference, that's why I am writing here 2 pi r. And what is this theta? This theta is the angle made by the chord at the center of the circle. So this is the theta over here. So this is again important formula which you will be using. Now if you want to find out area of this shaded region, area of, let's suppose this is O, A, B, C. If you want to find out area of segment O, B, C, and let's suppose this is D. So if you want to find out area of segment A, B, it's not O, A, B, C, D and A. You want to find out area of this segment A, B, C, D, A. Alright. So if you want to find out area of segment, then what you will be doing is, you will be taking this sector, since this is the region enclosed by two radii and an arc. So you will be taking this as area of sector OABCO minus area of triangle OAC. You will be writing it as area of triangle AOC. If you want to find out area of segment, then you have to always write down area of sector minus area of triangle AOC. Now for area of sector, you will be applying the same formula. But for area of triangle, you need to see whether the triangle so formed is an equilateral triangle, right angle triangle, or other than that. If it is equilateral triangle, you will be writing the formula as root 3 by 4a square, where a is again the radius of the circle. So if I am taking r over here, I will be taking r also here. Now if it is an equilateral triangle, that means if all are 60 degrees, then it will be called as equilateral triangle and you will be writing root 3 by 4r square. But if it makes a 90 degree over here, then you will be taking it as right angle triangle, and then in place of this you will be writing it as half base into height. But let's suppose this is other than equilateral and right angle triangle, then what you have to do? Let's suppose this is given to you 120 degree. Then what you need to do here is, you need to put a perpendicular over here. Radius will be given to you. I am just telling how you can find out the area of triangle AOC when it is not an right angle triangle and not an equilateral triangle. So you will be dropping a perpendicular here and then radius will be given to you. Let's suppose this is given to you as 6 centimeter. If you want to find out this length, then obviously you have to drop this perpendicular, and this perpendicular will divide this chord into two equal halves. So by using trigonometric ratio in this triangle AOC, like this is AOC. So if you want to find out OC, then you will be taking it as AC upon OC. Since you want to find out OC, AC is what? This is your hypotenuse. This is 120 degree complete, and it's by this line is bisecting, so you will be taking it as 60 and 60. So your OC is perpendicular. That means you are taking H by P. You can take it as OC by AC also, P by H, which is sine theta. And if you are taking it like this, you have to take it as cosec theta. Alright. And what is theta over here? This is 60 degree. So you will be putting the value of AC, which is 6. OC you want to find out, and here you will be writing as cosec 60 degree. So like this you are going to find out the area of triangle. After finding OC, you can write down it as double of this distance. Whatever you will have OC, this distance will be just double of OC. And then again by trigonometric rule you will be finding out this perpendicular, and subsequently you will be using half base into height. So this is all about this chapter. You need to know area of sector formula and length of the arc formula. And here if it is your, I think it is not visible. So if it is not an equilateral triangle and if it is right angle triangle, then you will be putting the formula as half base into height. Have a look.